Welcome to the Book of John podcast. I'm here with my fellow co-host,
BDYNAMIC.
And this is Duker21, also known as your grandma's favorite boyfriend on the side. How's everybody doing today? The podcast has finally arrived. This is episode 2, and we're making our moves on to number 1. What does that even mean? Number 1 doesn't mean anything. It's number 1 to you guys, because you're the viewer. You're the viewer, and we love you. And if you don't love you, we love you. We got some awesome topics today. Brandon's scrolling through his phone, and this is what an excellent co-host does. But it's okay. We're here to talk about some wonderful things. So this is the Book of John podcast. Once again, if you didn't know, now you know. You see the wonderful flag, so you know where we're at. We're in sunny California, but it's also raining today.
Beautiful rain.
So we're here to hit you over the head with a couple of major topics. We're going to talk about the University of You, which I'm sure you've never heard of. You can get a degree in You. We're going to talk about self-love. We're going to talk about eliminating society standards and judgments. And we're going to talk about an Uber car that drives without nobody in it, and it killed a pedestrian. We're also going to talk about favors that become habitual and creating the table and becoming an active participant in your own life. So, where will we start? We'll start at talking about a serious topic. In Sacramento, a man was just killed in his grandmother's backyard. He got shot 20 times by the police. And I was talking with my co-host trying to figure out an effective way to not get shot by the police. Put lights in your backyard. We need to create an effective procedure.
Keep your hands out of your pockets.
We need to create an effective procedure that you
Listen
follow.
to everything they tell you at the moment they tell you. And please, this is important, keep your hands out of your pockets. Let them see your hands. As long as they can see your hands, you should be safe.
So, there is... I think that would be the white way to explain it. So, we're going to talk about the nigga way. The whites of your palms should always be showing. The whites of your palms, your hands should be up.
Yeah.
Your feet should be spread apart.
You know what? Just lay on the ground and in a cross formation.
You know, niggas get shot laying on the ground too. No. They get choked out. Choked out and beaten.
Well, I'd rather be choked out and beaten than shot.
Well, here's what I want to say.
So you can sue and get the money.
Well, now his family's going to be paid for life, and this is disturbing.
That's
so,
a heartache.
Back to the procedure.
Yeah.
Whites your palms up. Communicate with the police effectively. I do not have a gun. I am not trying to hurt you. Let me lay on the ground. I'm on one knee. I'm on the second knee. Please do not shoot. My hands are up. My palms are up. I didn't do anything. And at least get arrested.
I heard the man jumped over a fence. He was running from the cops. So once you start running, when they catch you, it could get physical and it could get harmful, bad.
Yeah,
quick.
Don't run. Don't run.
The thing is, if you don't have nothing to run for, don't run. I mean, unless you on your third strike.
If you got a little weed on you,
don't run. It's legal.
You got a little drink on you, don't run. You got a little crack on you, sniff it.
They'll hold you in jail for a couple
days.
days.
Stop
if you have
what you're doing. Put your hands up and talk to the police like they're humans. They understand human language.
And they understand that their fellow officers died from being relaxed, I shall say.
Yeah, you can't, you'll die being relaxed. So, I don't want to dwell too much on death and dying and shit. So now, which leads us to our next subject.
Talk to him, B. What is our next subject? That'll be the first one.
Self-love.
Self-love. Now, I'm sure a lot of you are thinking like, self-love, I love myself. You need to find an effective way to fucking love yourself, okay? Because you guys aren't loving yourself properly.
But as you grow, that's how you find it. It takes time to find your love. Sometimes, some people find the love at first sight. And some people, it takes time.
It does take time.
And you know what? There's nothing wrong with being patient because what? It's a virtue.
That's a gem from BDYNAMIC. Love takes time.
It does, man.
Love takes plenty of time. And for me, it was love at first sight. I said, wow,
And what comes with love? Sacrifice.
man, you're getting too far.
Okay.
So look, self-love doesn't mean self-love doesn't mean hate for anybody. You can't say, oh, I love myself and I hate all these haters that hate me. No.
Love conquers hate.
No, it doesn't.
Love conquers hate.
It does.
It does.
At
Like,
times.
yeah.
At times. So I would say self-love means when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, you take a shower, you smell good, you get your pedicure,
That's
you get your man.
self-hygiene.
No, that's love.
That's
you're
part of
showing
love,
you're
too.
showing yourself you love yourself. You get dressed, fresh pair of clothes. You know what I mean? Fresh pair of socks. You don't throw on dirty clothes. You gotta love yourself. You gotta have positive affirmations
Respect yourself.
everywhere. You gotta respect yourself to an extent, because I'm a disrespectful motherfucker and I disrespect myself sometimes. Sometimes I want to ride on an empty tank. I don't want to fill it up. Possibly I could end up on the side of the road, but hey, self-love means I got $20 to put in the tank. I'm just trying to scratch it out. But anyway, self-love. You got to start with loving yourself, positive affirmations, even if you got to write them down on a book, write them down in the journal, write them down in your mirror and say, I love myself. Self, please bring me the best energy I can receive today. Don't hate anybody else for not loving you, because you got to love yourself. People are made to hate
And
you.
if you have haters, you're doing something right.
And if you have haters,
You're doing something right.
why are they hating you? You need to effectively look why they're hating you. Because haters only hate what they don't have. So you need to give them what they don't have. You understand me? That's the gym. In the gym. That's the gym of the mind. You hear me?
Mentally.
So,
His name's Asimov Sorensen.
and another thing about self-love is creating movement in your life. You can't show self-love if you're standing in one place. You need to go forward in your life. Show love to yourself. You got to show progress. Because you can't move backwards and show love to yourself. You got to move forward.
No matter what.
Forward.
No matter what.
No matter what.
It could be a death in the family. It could be sickness. It could be health. Move forward. Because moving backwards meaning what? You're not going anywhere.
And you're not showing the correct love to yourself. So on to the next topic. Topic number 2. Which is the University of You. And you know what I major in? I major in making myself a better person every day.
And happy.
So, you got to take classes in this University of You. Self-esteem, confidence building, getting in shape,
Self-absorbed.
self-absorbed. You got to do more for yourself than anybody else. Because why? You came in this world by yourself.
And you can't help if you can't help yourself.
100%. You can't help nobody if you can't help yourself. So you need to get an A for effort. I don't give a fuck if you fail. You need to get an A for effort in the class of the
You know
University
what?
of
That's
You.
big. Effort.
In anything you do, effort is the start of greatness.
A's for effort, y'all.
Or E.
An E stands for excellence. You hear me? Do you hear me? Do you hear me?
Self-absorb yourself.
Self-absorbed within yourself.
And
So-
you'll notice a difference.
There's many classes in this University of You. And I feel like passing the test of self-love, which is included back in our first topic. Hey.
Special bell peppers and beef.
Yeah, I know. Self-love is finding love, music
Oh.
that is good to your progression and loving yourself. Don't listen to hatred music that doesn't absorb
Positive energy.
positive energy. There you
That's
go.
right.
Positive energy. It's always an A plus in the University of You, because only you can fail that test in the University of You.
And be unique.
Be
Talk to 'em.
yourself. You're you. You're the only one on this universe who is you. So find your strengths and your weaknesses, but your strengths will take you far.
Your strengths will take you far, and then that's where it becomes networking in the University of You, which leads me to my next topic. If you are not networking with somebody that can improve your weaknesses, get them the fuck away. Get them out of your space because they are only pulling you back to get an F in your university of you.
You can't always be the counselor.
You can't always look. Self-help is not always the best help. Get help from those others. Don't hang around the leeches. If they're talking negative in your space, get them the fuck out. If they're in your house, kick them the fuck out.
Or if they're negative and they're in your space, ignore it. Eventually, it will die down.
No, there is no ignoring a negative Nancy. Because negative Nancys like to hang in a space and create dissension, destruction. Don't let them do it to you.
It could work on your patience, though.
Look, let me tell you. Patience don't work for a man that's bleeding out in the hospital, right? You could be bleeding, dying, and they still trying to leech off you. Don't let them do it to you. Don't let them do it in the university. You deserve an A+.
Because this is all about
You. All right. Let's talk about eliminating society's standards and judgments.
judgments, right?
I can click on YouTube, I can click on Instagram and find you pretty much twerking, right? And if you're getting paid for it, it doesn't matter. Listen here. If you're working at 9 to 5 as a janitor, it doesn't matter. You want to know why? Because society will tell you you're a failure. I'm going to tell you you're doing good because you're progressing to yourself, your next destination. You're setting the foundation of good work.
Not letting yourself fall. Alright? There's a line between yourself and falling down to a situation where you don't have anything at all. Stay above the line. Stay above that line you don't see.
So I'm going to tell you something. So listen, I want to talk to you guys about a little something that somebody told me. When you're looking at your foundation of life, you're looking at your plot of land, you survey the land, you say, sand, this won't work. Sturdy ground, this might work. It might be good for planting, but not too good for my house. So you find this solid foundation that's sturdy and you start to build your house. Boom, boom, you're putting your steel beams in the ground.
Strong foundation.
You build your house, and then motherfuckers let people come in their own house in which they built the foundation on and build a foundation in their very living room. You can't build a foundation on a foundation. Don't let these people take your joy inside your own foundation.
Double foundation here.
Who's built the foundation?
There's only one foundation.
There's only one foundation in your foundation that you built. Your creativity, your determination, your hard work. Don't let people sit up there and down you on your foundation like, oh, your foundation isn't good enough. It's not strong. It's not sturdy for me. No, it's strong enough for who? Me, motherfucker. It's strong enough for me.
Yes.
Not for you. You have to add on to my foundation. You have to add a side house. You have to add a backyard. You have to add a pool. Don't let these people come inside your foundation and build a house on the foundation that you built. Because you built it. If they want to talk about how you do things and your car ain't good enough, let them walk. Let them get on that bus and see what that cold air feels like. Don't let these people judge your foundation and talk about you negatively.
But people will.
But people can be doing everything for that person and still they're negative Nancy. Don't let these people abuse you. Which leads me to my next topic. Why do people feel so comfortable being abused mentally instead of physically? The mental is way stronger than the physical. People will never let people hit them, right? You hit me, it hurts. Okay, I'm out of here.
Even though we do have domestic violence abuse.
But that's what I'm trying to say. People will get abused and call the police, right?
Yeah.
But won't call the police on their mental. Get damaged in their mental, beat down spiritually from somebody's words, but don't defend themselves mentally. You got to defend your mind. You can't let people attack your mind.
Defend your opinions.
Defend your opinions, defend your actions, because they're your actions. And when you go under that dirt, your memory is only for you
If
and
you get
others.
judged for your opinions, then someone there isn't really your friend.
Well, yeah, the basis of a relationship is friendship.
It should be positive no matter what.
No matter what. So I'm saying that if you're letting somebody damage you mentally and they don't care about your mental capacity, because you can go out and crash based on an argument, you can go out there and get fired based
Run
on
red lights.
There's so many things that can happen to your mental state getting damaged by somebody who is toxic in your life. Get those toxic people out of there. Boom, give a kick.
Organic.
Organic. Where does that even mean?
What I meant was toxic and organic is opposite. Natural and negative.
So we're gonna go to a brief little news. An Uber driver. No, excuse me. Hey, no, I just seen this in the news today. A self-driving vehicle, which is heavy in California and a couple of other states.
Self-driving.
Self-driving mean you don't drive the car and the Uber car drives itself, like Tesla.
Tesla?
Yeah, they got those cars that self-drive themselves.
Okay.
And this car hit a pedestrian. So
Wow.
at what point are we gonna stop trying to eliminate the human job and giving it to robots?
Right. Because they don't understand the mentality of a human being, especially when it comes to perception.
Because obviously, this robot thought it was a clear way to go, but he still hit somebody. That's a bad way to go. I don't want to go get hit by a robot that's no one's driving it.
So basically, which leads me to my next subject. Why are we such a lazy society? Why are we getting so lazy to the point
Technology.
Well, I understand technology, but at some point, we have to understand that a human judgment is way better than a robot's judgment. Unless you're talking surgery or precision within the body. That's it.
Right. That's cool. Yeah, I agree.
We need to stop being lazy. I'm telling you, California is going to bite you in the ass.
Listen, we're not saying technology is bad.
We're just saying.
Some technology is good. Let's leave the rest to us.
Stop being lazy, baby. Stop being lazy.
And groove to the beat.
Yeah, stop being lazy.
And groove to the beat.
Yeah. People are like, what kind of podcast is this? Groove, baby. Groove with me. Have fun.
Did you know, being happy, you live longer?
Look, and you sad motherfuckers will die fast. So please, rearrange your feelings and emotions today. What? Today. What? Today. What? We here, baby. This is the Book of John podcast, and this is the most exciting, fun podcast you can have. Wanna know why? Because you have me. Ha!
Don't mind me looking down at my phone. I'm just looking for a beat that we love.
Look at this guy. He's so distracted.
Can't get away from it.
Come on now. Come on.
Killing me, though. I can't
All right.
believe they did that.
All right, so, which leads me to my next topic. Do you feel like doing favors for people can handicap them? Once the favors become habitual, speak on a little bit of your experience with that.
Yeah, because
Favors is one thing, but when you keep doing a favor for someone who is not helping themselves, I say just do favors for people who help themselves, because that betters them. But for the ones that don't, especially don't appreciate it, them the ones they need to learn the hard way and do it for themselves.
Don't let your favors become favorite flavors,
Because they got 24 hours in the day too.
and if they don't exhaust their own energy, don't let them exhaust yours. Because
message.
a lot of people will exhaust the benefit before it can become a blessing.
And damn.
Don't let them exhaust your benefit before it can become a blessing, because right now you might not have it. But 2-3 years from now, you might have the blessing that is right for them. But they burnt you so bad that you don't have no benefit or no blessing for them because you built up angst against them.
Building up any manifestation inside for a
Right.
while, it becomes negative. And what we're trying to do, positive energy.
So I would say this. Spread your favors around that you ask for. Ask everybody. Or try to do it yourself and fail a couple times before you exhaust that benefit that can become your blessing.
And don't let it become you. Exhaustion.
Don't let your fucking favors that you ask for
Don't let that
become
be
you. Don't become the
Don't
favor
let that
guy.
be the principle of you.
Don't wait till the last minute and inconvenience somebody, and then call somebody that knows that somebody is gonna ask that somebody. Come on, y'all.
And you know the ones that always ask for favors.
Oh,
I got
man.
family like that.
Oh man, don't we all?
And it's like, okay, it depends, on the situation. But remember, they have to be able to walk through them doors. All you can do is open it. They gotta walk through that door. Which leads us to our next subject.
People talk about the table in which they sit at in life and say, look, I made this table. This is what I bring to the table. But are you an active participant in your own table that you're continuously bringing in? People will have Thanksgiving with an empty table and say, I provide the table. But are you bringing the fixings? Are you bringing the main course?
Are you helping at all?
When you have a table, you have a table so other people can sit at your table and provide something at your table. Don't exhaust your energy talking about what you bring to the table if people are not welcome at your table to sit down. Think about it. Rewind that. Let that sink in. You have a table to have active participants at your table to participate in your life, which is your table.
Active.
Activate.
Like an active learner. You just don't do homework at school. What? You gotta do it at home too. That's an active learner.
Be active in your table
And your approach.
And in your approach to people sitting at your table so that they feel comfortable contributing to your table. Stay woke.
Yeah.
Stay alive. Stay in your actions. Constantly consume information and think and know that people will have to want to provide for you. Nobody's gonna give you anything if they know they don't give a fuck about you. They have to want to give a fuck about you, man. You gotta make people feel welcome at your table.
And they gotta want to. Want. If they don't want, you will see the results. As I shall say.
Faster than you know it. So we're
That's a
gonna
sinking ship.
leave this open. What is the topic that you would like to talk about?
This is open.
This is open. Go ahead and open it up.
To the people out there, this topic here is probably just a little off subject.
Oh, here we go.
And it's a question to where, we live on Earth. How old is Earth? Is it millions of years?
Sponsored by Ciroc.
Or is it 6,000 years? Who knows? We got evidence on both sides. And that's a debate because the number one book in the world debates that it's 10,000 years old. Scientists believe it's 4.5 billion years old. Who's right? Man or God?
Before we go deep into this topic, I just want to say huge shout out to Tiger Marketing. Huge shout out to the Misfit Rejects in Atlanta, Georgia for having my partners. Please attend the club Cafe Circa on Fridays at 9 p.m. Please reserve, get your tables early, and we are here to provide a service of party enjoyment for you. And for the Misfit Rejects, we have a new single called Drip coming out. Please check it out. My partner is performing everywhere, and he's alive and well.
Hell. Shout
out to my boy James Demas with the photography, pro style photography. If you need any photo needs, please hit my boy up in Atlanta, Georgia.
Post off.
Shout out to my mama. Shout out to my brothers. Shout out to all my guys.
You know, I got a lot of brothers.
And now we can continue with this topic. So,
next.
I think that the world is as old as we think it is. It's open to perception because we can always look at Mars and see how it has not evolved. But we can look at Earth and see how much it has evolved.
Well, because we live in it.
Exactly.
Right.
So there's no true judgment. We can keep finding old artifacts
Right.
that can measure the density and time of.
But when we say measure density and time, that's scientific terms. You know, those are terms man-made.
Right.
So how do we actually know? We wasn't there in the beginning to know how old Earth is.
The reason why I bring this up is because there's a #1 book in the world, the Bible. A lot of religious people. Everyone believes in God most. Then you got the atheists and everyone else. Much respect. Because I see why you will go atheist because of all this confusion we have in the world. Better believe there's a reason why we're so intellect. There's a reason why there's a design. This design is almost AI, almost artificial intelligence. Nice jacket. All I'm saying is show proof, bless the one that readeth, and the one that really research. And that's the way I go. Deep into your research, breakthroughs. One day, soon, someone will find out the truth about the Earth's age.
And I'll say this. Don't believe always what people tell you. Believe what you can feel. There's a reason why they create shoes and socks for you. You want to know why? So you can't feel the connection with Earth.
Oh, that was cool. The electricity from the ground to your feet.
You got to be careful of the disconnections that you're creating within yourself.
Why rubber shoes? Why rubber soles? Why rubber bottoms?
Because they want you to be disconnected with Earth. So you need to do more things to be connected with the Earth in which you live.
What element?
To have a better understanding of the Earth that you live on.
What element
You need to connect.
rubber keeps
Look,
you away from?
Why
Electricity.
does your hair grow?
Right. Keeps growing no matter how many I shave all the
So
time.
why should you cut it if it keeps on growing?
Right. For the appearance of the people you're around.
But the Earth will tell you to keep growing your hair so you have a stronger connection with the sun, so it absorbs into your body as a layer of protection. Because if you cut your hair, you have a straight gateway from the sun to your head, which is baking your brain, and it's not meant to accept the sun at that level.
That heat.
Think about it.
Radioactive.
Radioactive. So grow your hair, keep some hair on your head, because you don't never know what it's protecting. Food
Next
for thought.
subject. Trash and treasures. Trash and treasures. For one man is
Trash to the next is treasures. That's a beautiful one. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Same difference. And that's real.
Be careful. You can always utilize somebody's trash. Just because that plastic bottle can be recycled, don't think that human soul can't be recycled and utilized.
Reduce, reuse.
Use. Recycle effectively, efficiently, and effectively.
hey,
You gotta open up your ears.
You have energy within you, that soul we call, and that thing recycles as well. I'll be
100%.
seeing you again.
There's nothing new under the sun. And I'm gonna stop this podcast because we're ending up at 28 minutes.
Okay.
Shout out to my boy Israel Reed. He made my jacket.
My boy Izzy.
It's very nice. I enjoy my jacket. Look at
My
the
boy
back.
Chris Johnson. Oh, AKA
Mr.
Shakamoose.
Shakamuni.
Mooney.
Shout out to my brother.
Yeah.
He talks. We're gonna have a health food
And all my
segment,
brothers, my sister.
and we're gonna talk about
Man.
being vegan, eating vegetarian, and
Health
eating
is
meat.
the most important thing.
So
in
that
life.
will be because your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
And if you're not eating it health, you're
If
moving
you're not healthy,
yourself.
what can you do without it?
So this is the end of episode 2. I try to keep the minutes very low.
Book a job, podcast.
Book of John Podcast episode 2 to a
give me
conclusion.
that.
Yeah. And cut. God.